Rivetti. Introducing ice. That's it, four. Beautiful. Let's do the same thing like one at a time.
Yeah.
Welcome to Heart of Philly, and Heart of Philly is here tonight with a very special celebration with Francesca Rivetti of Follicle, the owner of Follicle. Francesca, this is your 5th year anniversary with having Follicle here in Philadelphia. What are some of the high points of like the past couple of years? How about your first year coming, opening up Follicle? And it's on 18th and Chestnut.
Well, the first year went by, with a blink of an eye. The business has been evolving, especially in the current times. Obviously, there's been dips and valleys with the current economy, but I'm still around, I'm still surviving, I'm still paying the bills, and most of all, I'm still creating. So that's always a good thing. It hasn't dampened my creativity. But the great part is the community of your friends and clients and people coming together, which is what really the reason why tonight is happening. I wasn't going to have a 5th birthday party, but my very good friend Mariana, who's also the general manager here at Positano Coast, said, why not? You can do it here. So I was like, oh, now we're talking. That means I don't have to clean up. I like the sound of that. So hence the party is here.
Tell us about, and I know you've been nominated several times with Allure magazine, Best Colorist of Philadelphia, Best Hairstylist of Philadelphia. What does that mean to you, getting an award like that, being nominated and representing the city that way?
Thank you. Yeah, it's always great to be recognized by your peers in the industry and also by the media. And whenever you see your name printed in a magazine, it always gives me a rush. There's nothing more rewarding than, seeing especially your work, more than your name, because your work speaks volumes. And so it's always great when I see my work printed, because that print lasts forever. So that's obviously the next part of this, is to get everything published and printed, and maybe submit for another magazine, another competition, and hopefully get nominated again. So
and you have been in many competitions and runway shows, and your work is incredible. And I also know from experience that even walking down the street, people know your haircuts or your style. Yeah. Your style. People know that's Francesca's. They know it.
I don't know how I really do it. I'm very blessed that I think the only downside is that my work lasts. If a client has to reschedule her 6-week appointment, the haircut is not going to collapse. I have many clients that are on a 10-week cut and color appointment because their colors last and the cuts last really well. That's great craftsmanship. Because if the craft collapses within 4 to 6 weeks, that's a weak foundation. So there's something to be said, investing money in the right hairdresser.
Great products too.
Use great products, which is now leading up to my first launch of Nourish, which is around somewhere. And
what is Nourish? Explain.
Yes, Nourish is a shine. Primarily it's a shine. You primarily use it in your hair when it's in its dry state, but you can use it on your hair wet. It's a 100% pure organic argan oil. And the benefits of the argan oil is that it really helps to infuse shine and hold in moisture and really smooth out the hair without weighing it. It's actually a weightless oil, and it totally absorbs into the hair. In fact, even I rub it on my hands and I rub it on my elbows. So it really is a great product, and we just launched it. So I have one around somewhere, so you can capture that, obviously, on video.
And I would also like to ask you, what do you foresee in the next 5 years when you're celebrating the 10 years?
My God, I know, you know what, that's one, I have to be honest, one place that I fall short. I have a very hard time doing like really long-term projections. That's something I'm really working on right now. Where I see the line Nourish growing and becoming an international known brand. I really am excited about working on that level of the industry. I do have a lot of experience on the manufacturing side, as I was with Graham Webb International for 17 years as one of their key creative team members, which opened up a lot of doors for me. I've met a lot of great people. I've traveled around the country. I've done lots of great hair shows all over the country. And I feel that made me also a very strong hairdresser from behind the chair as well.
Well, I have to say one thing, because I've been a personal witness to your work, and you are not a hairdresser or you are an artist at what you do. You create, and that's very rare. And I think you look at a person and you see something in what you see it. You just see it, and you design it.
Yeah, in a nutshell, I call it customized couture hair design, which I know you've heard. And how does that translate? Because people say, oh, what the hell is that when they call? What's customized? Well, that's why at Follicle, what I found has worked best is for you to come in for a consultation only first. And the reason being is because I pretty much work solo right now, so I need to customize my time so that I give the client the right amount of time that I need to create that look. And what I mean by customize is not everybody's the same.
I don't think anyone's the same.
Your
You do
face
not
shape,
do
your
it.
bone structure,
Right,
your
right.
personality, your eyes, your hair type, your hair texture, your hair pattern, your profile, your everything. I look at everything. I don't just look at the head, I look at the neck, I look at the profile, I look at the body shape, I look at the shoulders, I look at the whole frame. Because at the end of the day, if it doesn't fit, it's not going to work. And the reason why all my clients get stopped all the time. I have clients that travel, they tell me I get stopped everywhere I go. And that's because what I do, I customize it for that client. Yeah, I love doing funky and avant-garde, but that's not every day and that's not reality. That's where my extracurriculum art comes into play.
You do the fashion
when I do
shows,
the
you get
fashion,
more
that's where I
crazy
let
and
it out.
creative.
But I also bring that same energy to my clients, and I can only do what my client will allow. And I will only do what I think suits and works for that client. For instance, I'm not going to give you like pink hair with green streaks and yellow spots. That's not.
Why not, Francesca?
Yeah, I know you want it. Halloween is coming up. You know that. We could do that for Halloween. So as a result of that, that's why I call it customized, and it's a very unique approach, but it's the way I like to work.
Well, this is going to be a fantastic night for you, a big night of celebration.
Yes.
So
I would like to say, if I may, like a big thank you to everyone that's helped to put this together. First of all, I want to thank Positano Coast for the use of their space, especially Mariana Coppola, who's the general manager. I want to thank my friend Jackie from Archidream. They're going to be doing a live performance. In fact, here's Mariana. We can give her a little wave over there. And we're doing a live performance around about 8 o'clock, and that's not to be missed. You have to get that on tape. I'd like to thank the DJ Aaron. I want to thank Peter Parker for doing the installation, which I don't know if it's set up yet. I haven't seen it yet. Hello. And I want to obviously thank the team for today, the models. I want to thank the photographer, Russell Underwood, Liz Jacobs for the makeup, Jubilia and Marin, again, for their wardrobe styling, all of the models. I want to thank myself for doing it. It's one thing saying I'm going to do it, and there's one thing said to do it.
Right.
And I pretty much have planned this, not single-handedly, but in the most part, it has been. And coming out with Nourish, I mean, who would have thought that could be possible? I mean, the poor manufacturing company, I put them on a deadline. Yeah, if it's not ready by the 20th, I don't want it. So they were like, ah. And I also want to thank all my friends, my family, and of course, not forgetting all of my clients, because without their support and their loyalty, Follicle wouldn't be here 5 years down the road. So that's...
Francesca, you've done it. You've done a great job doing it. And so I wish you all the best of luck and everything.
It's lovely seeing you again, Karen. Thank you. They look so different to what they did this morning. And Alison, I know she looks very Gaga-ish. I'm sure if Gaga saw this, she'd want to book us to reproduce this look. But again, if you just want to give us a twirl, Alison. Lots of mixed fabric over a lacy tight swimsuit. And then again, the eyebrows look fantastic. What we've got here is lots of jewels in the eyebrows. And let's let some clients up the stairs so they can go and have a follicle teeny. Here's Dawn. Actually, yes, I think so. Was there something you'd like to say? Hello. Is a client of Follicle and soon to be a client of Follicle. Come on in, guys. You look pretty. You look very, very handsome, you two. So, yeah, so the inspiration, again, the whole theme playing off the theme of ice, an ice queen. So here we have Alison. Thank you. And here we have the lovely Gosha. Gosha, I met, actually found her on Facebook. So talk about social media. Facebook has been fantastic because 2 of the 4 models I found on Facebook, the other 2 are from agencies that we very last minute, but everything comes to fruition, right? So Gosha's been great because, first of all, she's got this patience of a saint. She came in, she's a doctor, a very busy lady. And when I got in touch with her, she was very happy to do this. And she spent 2 hours of her time one night for me just to play and get an idea. And I'll be honest, I had no idea. I was stumped, as I always am. Typically what happens when I do a shoot, I have a trillion ideas. It's hard to narrow it down to one. That's typical of me. But we came out with a great look. Again, the main piece of the shoot is, that really ties it cohesively is the woven mesh that I handmade that took forever, but it's all worth it now because it looks fantastic. And if you just turn, these actually are from rope that we found from Home Depot. Now, whenever I do a shoot, people often ask, where do you get your inspiration? I tend to go to Home Depot and Lowe's a lot. I look at hardware. And this is actually what we used in a shoot last year for a different look, but we've recycled. So we're being very green with this shoot as well, lots of recycled fabric. And what we did, that was Shivilia and I, we actually glue gunned each piece, coiled it around on itself. So today, what we did was we recycled it and used it as a bodice. And this is with the ingenuity of Shivilia. She does amazing work, and it looks fantastic. This is, again, working with creative minds. And if you're just going to give us a twirl. So the back of the hair looks great, lots of texture and lots of ice, and she looks absolutely gorgeous, and you have been fantastic. I really enjoyed working with you. And again, the makeup, Liz Jacobs, that she is a bomb. Oh, she really is.
Thank you.
Thank you. Doesn't she look gorgeous? She looks like a bride. How lovely does she look? Hello, Jackie. So with Jessamy, again, we reconnected on Facebook, when? This week, right? It was, I think, not even 7 days ago. I saw her on there. Oh, my God, I worked with her in the past, so I shot her a quick Facebook message. And she was very happy and very blind. So she actually came in from New York this morning. So thank you again for that. She's also wearing the Bobby Drops. May as well plug the Bobby Drops that I have been making and creating and only available at Follicle Studio right now. And again, working with lots of hardware and using what I already work with and using it as an inspiration and turning it into another art form. So that's the name of the necklaces, are called Bobby Drops. So again, what we did here was braided hair, the same type, the same vibe. The makeup, very consistent. Again, very icy, very shimmery, very shiny. And the whole give us a twirl. Again, using mixed fabrics, tulle with very flowy, very lacy, very angelic. Very ethereal looking, right? And again, I want to thank Shivilia and Maren for the styling, and Liz for the makeup, and of course Russ Underwood for the photography, and of course Jasmine for her wonderful modeling. Okay, and this is Rose, model number 4, I guess we'll say. And what we did with Rose, again, the theme is consistent, it's ice, it's shimmery, it's shiny. The mesh panel that I created, spray painted, wove hair into, and the added false hair, if you want to give us a twirl, all the way through, is all part of building the shape and representing an ice sculpture. Using mixed fabric, this in particular is vinyl. It looks quite comfortable. Would you say it's quite comfortable? Yeah. These models have been fantastic because they've been with us since 7:30 this morning, and it's been a long day, but it's been fun. And they've watched the art evolve from the makeup from Liz Jacobs, hair Francesca Rivetti at Follicle Studio, and styling by Shivilia and Maren, and of course photography by Russell Underwood. So again, using you can see if you catch the shoes, they also added the cuffs, which is part of the vinyl, to keep a continuity going there. So this is the lovely Rose, and she's from MMA Agency. Thank you, lovey.
Thank you.